Alright, greetings and salutations. My name is Comic Fire, and welcome back for more Let's Play Final Fantasy Legend 2! In the last episode, we finished up with the Giants world really quickly. And this episode, we're going to be going on to Apollo's realm and trying to figure out what's going... Ooh. Oh, look at that right away, huh? We're going to figure out what's going on with the talk of Poseidon and this undersea volcano. But first, we've got a town up here as well. Tunatis, huh? That sounds pretty cute. That makes sense. If you're a god of the mountains, you gotta have your own cave. Nothing we really need here. Love the misspelling of elixir, though. I don't know why, like, no Game Boy game got that right. It's like, you know, Pokemon had it as, like, elixir with an E at the end. And now this is elixir. Elixiakara? I don't even know who Elixiakara is. I'm not gonna pretend. We got some good stuff here. I kind of want to consider buying a laser sword, but we are gonna get one for free in just a little bit. We don't need it right now. So I'm not going to worry about it for right now. I wanted to see if there's an armor shop around here. You gonna become the father that stepped up? Ah, I see that there's a sad child around here. Guess I'll be her stepdad. Probably good to be skeptical about anyone who prides himself as a god. We're not gonna totally do everything that there is to do here yet, because this is generally the last part of the dungeon that I like, or the last part of this world that I tend to play around in. Oh hey, Key's brain matter is out here. We must have hit her really hard. Go for the moths, and the flame should be good. This isn't the full cave of the mountains. There's a little more further up north. Ooh. Yeah, as you can see, since Toki has no mana to speak of, mana-based skills like Dissolve like that really hurt. Oh, wow. Stone Skin is an incredible ability. Boy, howdy, I might keep that, actually. The only reason I don't swap it out for now, because if Aerie loses Flame, like, we've got nothing for the next dungeon coming up. For the next couple dungeons, really. Ah, wonderful. I didn't think I had that much crap already. Yeah, this inventory lasted me a lot longer. I mean, we don't need the Micron anymore. We can just trash that. If we did need it. Anyway, we got the Hermes shoes. We can go back and pick up the Micron again if we ever did need it, which we don't. So I'm not going to bother. Though I am going to go to a store and sell all that crap now. Cool. So the Hermes shoes are baller, to put it in an official manner. We're going to drop the silver ones just because they're the least good. Check out our agility. Boom! Yeah, that's stellar. Hell, she might be the fastest now if we give her the, you know what, let's... Yeah, let's actually swap the Magi around again, because now she should be the fastest, so let's get that off of Toki. It's not like if we give Toki mana that it's... Actually, I'm not sure if it'll help. I don't know if robots just totally get hosed on that respect. We'll give Toki... Boy, it really doesn't matter, huh? Let's just give him fire. We're gonna get more interesting Magi later on. Like, it's not just the stat-based and elemental affinity ones. There are other Magi that have, like, other cool abilities. Like some damage-dealing ones, or some healing ones, or... maybe a really useful one that could potentially be overwritten by a mutant skill. Who knows? Oh, I didn't explain what Stone Skin does. If an enemy hits Aerie... So actually, I might put her up. I don't know about all that. I'll put her a little higher up, actually. She can at the very least take Kai's place now that she has vastly more HP than anyone else. I say vastly, like it's like 20 points more. But if an enemy hits Aerie with a physical move, there's a chance they will turn to stone, and when they're stone, they can't do anything. So it's just... it's kind of like a poison dart frog, where if you touch it, you just die. Alright, let's get rid of all these colts. We don't need colts anymore. Wow, 700 GP is nice. Don't need that, don't need that, don't need that. Really don't need all this crap anymore. I'm gonna keep Kick around if I want to grind Ares' agility up. But we can get rid of this Colt. The Cure would sell for a lot, but I do want to keep that around. Now, let's see. Yeah, we can replace Toki's here with a silver. Cool. And the bronzes are really almost not worth the time to sell, so we can just chuck it. It's fine. Anyway, now that we've got all that done, a quick little jaunt up north got us some good agility. So Ares should go consistently first now and be able to maybe start getting, like, mana. So first we get into an encounter, and now we can test this out. I'm gonna be really disappointed if not. Oh, for some reason I thought that Stone Skin was a passive ability. Alright, maybe that's not as good as I thought it was. Alright, forgot that Kai was still ludicrously fast. My B, as the children say. We can get Apollo's theme out of our ear now. Because now we're just under the water. I sure hope that, the robots are immune to rust. Yeah, Ares faster again. Her flame's not going to be doing a ton now, but... more importantly, she could just start boosting her mana. So here's that underwater volcano they were talking about. I guess Poseidon doesn't exist. Or maybe he's the boss here, who knows? We've already seen so many gods. I mean, what's one more? Wow, that guy looks horrifying. Maple Man! Pretty sure the chameleons are weak to ice. I know the ghouls are still weak to fire, and I would have liked to have tested if Maple Men were weak against it, but now we don't get to see. Now, this might not seem amazing right now with Aerie kind of being a little slower now, or a little weaker. Flame's really not doing a whole lot, even with a weakness. But we are going to get something... Ew, I'm not eating that. Hey! Ares' mana went up. Nice. We are going to get a skill for her very soon. This is the world I'm talking about that turns Aerie from pretty good to your unstoppable death god. Flame! Alright, those ghouls were giving me more of a spook than anything else, so I think I'd rather get rid of them. See if Maple Man's weak to fire. Yes! Not that it really seemed to help. Yeah, Flame really seems to have outlived its usefulness. I probably should have chucked that for fire when I had the chance. So the only reason that I don't get rid of it now, or like put it down in Stone Skin, is that I'm not going to use Stone Skin ever, now that I know it's not a passive ability. Let's just hose them down. Lame. Anyone need curing? Not really, but you can cap up. Pretty cool. You know, I'm just super glad she's going first now. Yes! It was all worth it. It was all part of my master plan. Ooh, worm kids. I think we've already seen these guys, actually. I wonder if the battle is higher, stronger than the axe. I don't actually remember for certain. I wonder if the dragons are weak to anything. I'm not like... Oh, I didn't know the viruses were weak to fire. I'm not super well versed with the weaknesses of everything. So, my apologies. I probably could have looked that up to get more knowledgeable, but here we are. So for those in the know, which might be none of you because I didn't play the first game, the tortoise enemies right there is actually not even really a reskin. It's just a complete reuse of the first boss from the first game, Genbu, which is pretty cool. I'm still not eating the prion meat. You're not giving me Kuru. Nothing down there. I really like the music in this dungeon. It's very, ethereal, I'd even say. feels very fitting for being being under the sea, as the funny crab from the Fun movie said. I wonder what Wind Up even does. I just straight up don't think I saw that attack the first time I played the game. Not bad, not bad. What do we get? We get a Power Potion. And a random encounter that I'm just going to run away from. And a Gold Sword. Nice. Okay. Yeah, kind of getting to the point where if they're not big enough, I'm not going to care. Get Airy some power, even though it's not super important. We are going to give we are going to give Squiscar this weapon. So let's just junk the bronze for now and enjoy 28 strength. Holy crap. That is incredible. Wow. Oh, I might go back and buy him a couple. Look at how much money we have. We can get, like... What did we see? It was like 2 gold swords and 2 laser swords for this. Like, we're getting money pretty fast. It's not going to be super painful. There's a Flare Tome. I'm sorry, no, not a Flare Tome. Wow. I wish it was a Flare Tome. Though we could potentially get Flare pretty early. So, those not in the know, oh no. Harry, why aren't you fast? You must be faster than the robot with an SMG. What the hell is this? Ah, wonderful. I would sure like if that repaired charges, but that would probably be a little busted. I'm surprised they even gave us that. Those don't pop up very often in this game. I forgot that was even there. Of course, it helps with all the lava we're wading through. I'm really not sure why they gave it to us also, because this is the end of the dungeon. Get a Poison, Fire, and True Eye. Which I probably should have explained. And out the top we go. Probably should have explained why True Eye is something that we needed, but... Oops. So if you're curious as to whether or not we're always just going to have to walk around to wherever we need, no, there are teleport... there's a teleport spell, there's an item that does it. Oh, I don't have to listen to Apollo's creepy theme anymore. Neat! There are stuff to get around the world much easier than just walking around. They come a little late, or you could get really lucky and get teleport with your mutant. I'd probably, like, that would be probably more important to me if we had 2 mutants, but since real estate's a little crowded, I'm not gonna worry too hard about it. Alright, so I want to give Airy... Well, I wanted to give her the fire, but we are starting to get really crowded on real estate here. I guess her defense isn't super important. I mean, the difference between 11 and 8 is not, like, huge. She can have a Fire Tome for now. Anyway, let's go in here. Yeah, if you come in here without the True Eye Magi, it's just completely white. Now, I'm not even sure if the game allows you to go through without it. I'm also not sure why that background does that, because it does it on the real game. It's supposed to look like that, but it's not like one of those, like... It's not like Cycling Road where you get forced down or anything. It's just... Hey, what if you had a harder time looking at this, even? I want to hit Genbu with this sword, man. It's not even Genbu, that's a tortoise. I think there are, like, actual Genbus we can fight here. Yeah, I want to give my boy some gold swords. Yeah! That's gonna be awesome. Maybe I can get some agility with this. It dealt damage. Nope, no such luck. It would be nice if you could, like, raise multiple skills at once. Like, if I used bow and a skill, like, if I could get... I'm sorry. Agility and mana, but I'm not even gonna say that'd be really particularly busted. Just let me do it. Let me gain stats faster. You did it in the first game, damn. Oh, I thought I used an SMG. Not like it super matters. Let's just use Thunder! Nice. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do my grinding more off-screen. Like, I'll do, like, a handful of fights. I don't think we'll one-shot a Tortoise group with an SMG. Well, now with Flame. All that matters is that Aerie gets a spell in, and everything can die after that. All that matters is my girl gets to cast her spells. And another power potion. If you had a strength-based mutant or human, this stretch of game is great for him. I mean, hell, let's take a look at Aerie's stats even. Yeah, 13 strength. Like, her strength is almost up to her mana. I wonder what the official pronunciation of that is, because I've heard a lot of people call it mana. But, I don't know. And you can't really trust when, companies say it, because, you know, Square Enix is like, oh yeah, Ket Shi is pronounced Kate Sith, so, you know, you can't actually trust when a game developer says it. We're all arms of the marketing wing. God forbid we learn about other cultures. We can eat crow. Or raven. I was about to say something really stupid, like, oh, I've never eaten bird, but, you know, chicken. Here, but we got a new enemy here, Hofuds! Which I didn't know what the origin of that was supposed to be at first, but, apparently it is Norse. It is the Sword of Heimdall. Which is cool. Something about the name made me think it was going to be more like Middle Eastern, but I was incorrect. Cool, we'll take that. Jeez, Ooh, Medusas. Let's just get out of here. Let's see. Aerie is at 273. Wow. Boy, if we could just get her defense up, she'd be good for the rest of the game. Hey, we get a giant glove. Not bad. Does anyone need just a replacement? How's Toki doing on his crap? Alright, Toki's way better off. Let's give it to Gar. Yeah, he's still slumming around with a bronze shield. Well, then again, actually, his defense is pretty good. Maybe Aerie could use it. Like, if I dropped, let's say, the Silver Hammer and gave her this. Yeah, now her strength is great. I could give her a sword and she'd be fine. But I'm not going to do that long term. I'll probably just end up tossing that on one of the robots later on. Got a Thunder Tome. Can't beat that. Then we can hose these guys down, and Aerie can shoot fire! I'm sorry. Fire! There we go. Oh, between thunder and fire. Yeah, pretty damn good. Oh, I really don't want to eat tree meat. Something about trees having meat feels like it would be, like, really unfortunate. Like, if I cut down a... Like, imagine if you cut down a tree and it screamed. I was gonna say if it bled at you, but trees do bleed. That's sap. Anyway, we get a laser sword. So, let's chuck... Well, we don't need the bow anymore. Here, check Toki's agility. 1931. Toki's a god. Put the rapier down there. Move the saber up. Because the laser sword is now going to be one of our best sources of damage. Yeah, I might just buy a second one of the two robots as gear. It tricked me. I thought there might be gold. There might be joy. I gotta say, you really don't get too much gold in this game. Like, you don't really see a chest that's full of, like, oh, you got, like, 9 gold. Aerie lost Stone Spoon, acquired Para. Alright, well, that's better. It's more immediately useful because I don't have to actively set up a turn for it. Would have preferred an attacking spell, but we are gonna get one in this episode, so it's gonna take a little grinding, but I figured out how to handle the RNG better. I tested this off screen and it worked, so I wonder what the hell is up with this cave. If you walked into a cave and it was just like super bright, shit. Tell you what, I'll meet you there. Okay. Sorry, gamers. I want items. We get the Revenge Sword, which I'm actually not quite sure what that buffs. Let's see, the Revenge Sword gives a robot plus 10 strength. So, I think now's a good chance to probably drop the whip. Yeah, now Toki has 38 goddamn strength. Holy shit. The Revenge Sword's pretty cool. If they're physically targeted, they counter with a metric shitload of damage. But that's a little hard to purposefully proc, unless we put them up front. I never used it. I don't know if it's any good. Generally, like, the counter-based weapons and skills, like, when's the last time you saw anyone, like, legitimately use Bide in Pokemon, you know? Oh, but now Toki's gonna be super fast no matter what we do. I might just change the Magi back now. Yeah, Toki's too fast now. Yeah, we might as well make Ares super strong again. Well, that was short-lived. Alright, Ares, you want mana. You want speed. Well, now we're unstoppable Death Gods in the offense front. Defense front kind of leaves a little bit to be desired, but I don't actually think that's like too big of a deal, honestly, right now. Especially because I'm trying to think of like the next boss that's actually gonna like pose a threat to us on the defense front, and it's not for a little bit. Like, might be like ooh, what do we get? What do we get? What do we get? Cure! Nice! I want to keep that. I'm going to swap Ares skills around. Yes. God, yes. Now we have 2 curative members. That's going to be great. Yeah, we're kind of looking at what Ares' long-term skill set is going to be. Jesus, sorry. We're kind of looking at what Ares' long-term skill set is going to be. Surprise, Warning, Cure, and the spell we're going to get later in this episode. I've been thinking, wow, you sure got that early. And yeah, there's probably better setups, but like, when it comes to dealing with the randomness of just getting mutant abilities, I don't want to have to like keep saving after every battle and like try to like, or like keep RNG grinding. Like, Cure is probably also going to get banged around a couple times, but because I'm not as concerned, like, Cure's also, I know I just said that that's going to be our long-term skill, but I'm fine losing Cure, because I really want, oh jeez. Boy, if I had Stone Skin there, huh? Sitting there talking like I'm never going to use it, and these Maple Men are kicking our ass, holy shit. Of course I say that, and like, none of our guys are even half dead. I don't want to eat the bugs. Yeah, I'm fine losing Cure because there's a lot more like items to like help with curative stuff. Alright, and we got the 3 Magi here, so now we can split as soon as we finish with these enemies here. Yeah, with all this money we're gonna get, I really don't see an issue with buying Toki and Gar some extra stuff. I want to keep my girls looking pretty, you know what I'm saying? Aerie, don't worry. You get nothing. Alright, well now we need to head up north. And now I can actually sit and talk around with some of the people here, now that it's more plot relevant. I don't know. It's not like that plot's like super important here, but okay. There's no Poseidon. What does that mean? Little frontier psychiatry there. Well, let's heal on up. Yeah, at this point, like, I'm not super worried about how expensive inns get. We're doing pretty good. And we're about to get a whole lot better. Let's see. I want to check what a musket does. I don't quite remember. Musket. Long range attack. Alright, so it's basically like an upgrade to the Colt. But, the SMG kinda does what I want there. Plus, it's not a group targeting attack, so I really don't care. Get a gold sword. Get a laser sword. Let's equip it on Toki and Gar. We can drop this saber now. Let's put on our new laser sword. Not as huge of a buff, because we're getting rid of something that was already good, but all in all, pretty dirt cheap for the power buff we get. 44 strength. Are you goddamn kidding me? And let's sell some of our old crap off. Need that. I'm actually going to keep the whip for now, because it's got 9 charges left. Which I think will be fine for Eri. Because, like, even though it uses strength, which her strength is high, it scales with agility. Or, it scales damage-wise with your strength, but it raises agility. Which I think will be perfect for her, so I'll see how that pans out off-screen. We just talked to this guy. Nope, I claim her. I'm gonna be the stepdad. I'm gonna be the dad who stepped up. Mine. Doesn't appear like there's anyone here. This is a pretty spacious downstairs. What you got? Oh no, that doesn't bode well. Now, I was just playing Golden Sun, and there was like a whole moment about going into a cave to get a potion. And a sick mom. Is this game just Golden Sun, but better? Not a high bar to clear. Did anyone get mad when I said that? I don't know. I really liked playing Golden Sun when I was 13. The first time I played it, I was like, wow, this game's great. And now that I've kind of played more RPGs, I don't like it as much. Not like in a hateful way. It's kind of like, you know, you go back to something that you loved, and then you go back and you're like, oh, this isn't what I remembered it being. I'm hoping the Lost Age is better. I'm almost done with Golden Sun. I think I'm like 80% of the way done now. 9 whole Hofids. It's entirely too many Hofids, if you ask me. Can I make them sleep? Ah! Surprisingly, you can't make swords go to sleep. Hofids meet! Hey, our mana went up. Nice. I was about to check how we're doing on that, but never mind. Ares' mana is 17. It's a little lower than I thought, but I can make that work. Going through the cave, gonna fight me a big Dunatis. Or maybe not, because there was no Poseidon. I do like that, like, we're out of... Do you think the big eyes would have been, like, too much if you fought them in Key's body? Dude, I found a whole map of Key's body when I was looking for art for the last episode to make a thumbnail out of. And, boy howdy, when you, like, actually, like, take a look at how arranged that was that 512 damage? At how those maps look, they do straight up look like organs. The intestines went to her stomach, so we were literally poking around in her guts. Now, I don't remember this dungeon's layout quite as well. None of the dungeons here are complicated in this game are complicated besides, like, one that's like, there's an enemy outside of it that's like, yo, this dungeon's pretty complicated. But, besides that, boy, howdy, how many fucking Medusas do we gotta fight? Besides that, like, there's really not a whole lot going on. Not in a negative way. Just, like, if you get lost in here or want to look around, the biggest worry you're probably gonna have is just, you know, putting in the inputs to run away. Hey, a jelly. There's something I want to check, though. Let's see. Okay, I went all the way to the right, and there was nothing, and I got in, like, 100 random encounters, so... Jesus. It's not worth it. There's not as much treasure in this game as a lot of other RPGs, but I guess it makes it up for the treasure generally being better than treasure you would get in other RPGs. Like, I know, like, I went through Dragon Quest 2 somewhat recently. It was like a couple months ago at this point. Again, and that one has a lot of treasure chests, but they're all crap. It's like you open up a treasure chest and it's like, literally, you get 9 gold. And that's not cool. Yeah, the rocket is actually not that good anymore. That's probably just good to sell. Besides 10 strength for your robots, but you could give it a weapon that was actually important at that for that. It's an old RPG. Inventory space matters. Especially because we're technically down a few inventory slots with Kai not being able to hold anything. That's the big downside about monsters is, you know, you can't equip anything. They can't put anything on in general. It sucks a little. Yeah, but it does... Uh-oh. Imagine getting on a random encounter going down the slide. Actually, I could totally imagine that if you had, like, a little brother that's, like, throwing rocks at you or something. Yeah, not a whole lot going on here. Did that? No. Okay. And we get an elixir! Yay! I think that's a full heal. I might be mistaken on that. I don't think I actually ever used them. Yeah, running away ends up being a pretty useful strategy. Like I said, like especially if you're going through with a full monster team, you don't get gear, and battles are kind of useless if you get the meat, so just run away. Oh, so Donatus is real. Cool. And now we've got Lynn. Let's see what she's got. 100 HP. Oh, she's crap. Well, fortunately, we're not stuck with her. I think it's, like, the one case where, like, your 5th party member is worthless. Okay, so coming up here is a very important fight. This is Donatus, and the cool thing about him is, he's a high enough leveled monster that you can get literally any tier of skill from him. Which includes, like, literally, like, the ultimate skills. But, you know, if I kill him, I don't get that. So, we'll try again. I need Aerie to actually go through this time. So that's gonna slow it down a little bit, having to, you know, waste some turns so Aerie can, you know, get her turn in. Ow? Yeah, let's see what we get for the first one. Aerie's mana up. Not what I'm looking for. So, here's what I'm going to do. Because I figured out how to better manipulate the RNG, which involves I'm going to save the game here, and I am going to fire this up in Visual Boy Advance instead of BGB, because you can actually soft reset there, which you can't do here. So I'm going to cut the episode for now, and then come back when I get what I'm looking for. See you guys in just a second. Okay. Okay, so, whew. I did that, I probably reran that fight, like, maybe, like, 50, 60 times, and this is the rarest skill in the game. This is a level 7 skill. The skill I was going for was called Psychic Blast, which is a level 6 skill, I believe. And I kept getting level 7 skills that make you completely immune to elemental or weaponry or literally everything. And I gave those up because, you know, whatever, I wanted something very specific. I was like, oh, maybe I'll get Flare. And that's the strongest magic in the game. So, hell yeah, I'll take Flare. And we get a Power, Speed, and Mana Magi, along with the next cure. If you notice, the colors are here differently, because I couldn't get the old palettes on VBA. This will be a temporary thing. Dad, do I have a sister I need to know about? I love that thought gets cut off like this. Yep, it's just us now. Don't need our lame old bum of a dad. Hold up, I'm sorry, I'm still, like, lost about Flare. Though, I don't know, 5 charges might not be enough. I might go back and just get Psychic Blast, because I think Psychic Blast is going to be enough, without Flare basically just... Yeah, actually, I don't know if I want Flare. I forgot how few charges it had. So tell you what, I'm gonna call it an episode here, and then go get Psychic Blast off screen. But what awaits us coming up next? Where are we supposed to find more Magi now that, you know, we don't have anyone to lead us? Dad's useless. What lies for us in the future? Find out next time on Let's Play Final Fantasy Legend 2. See you guys then!